we're doing called Tear Down with Tanya. And here we are with one of our newcomers here with CCW, Estey.
Thanks for having me.
Nice. Thank you for coming today.
No problem.
So, I got to talk to you a little bit backstage, in the last wing when we were in Stanley.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a really exciting moment for me because, we all know how much I can't stand Scotty Crew.
You and me both.
Yeah. So
But that was a big night for me. Very important night in the entirety of my small career thus far, but it's a night I'll never forget, that's for sure.
Oh, I won't forget it either. I slept like a baby. But, he's been around for a while. So, beating him.
Yeah, it was not my first time I've wrestled him, and unfortunately I come up short every other time, so I think I just I learned some of his tricks and came out on top. So yeah, it was pretty special, and hopefully there'll be more W's from here. But I'm training hard. I've been almost at it for a year. I'm training almost exactly to the day. So just with time I keep getting better. So hopefully we keep going up from here.
Great, good.
Yeah.
So is there anybody in the future that you sort of have, do you have a to-do list? Are there certain plateaus that you want to hit, or are you just ready to take on everything and everyone?
I think if you're not striving for that top spot, why are you even here? So obviously, being the NBWA heavyweight champion at some point is a dream of mine. But as for a list of talent, I've gotten in there already with some of the best. I just had the hard way Chris Charters this past CCW show, and I took him to the limit. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of that performance. Unfortunately, I come up short, but I've gotten in there with him. I've gotten in there with like you said, Scotty Crew. My debut match was Jason Boa. I've been toe to toe with some of America's best pro wrestlers. I don't really have a list, but bring on anybody. I want to get in there with them all and learn from them. So yeah.
I guess that is true. With all of these seasoned veterans that you are going up against, every time you get in the ring, you're learning from it.
Yeah, and they may not be actively teaching me stuff in there. They're trying to beat me, but I'm taking something from each and every one of them every time I get in there. And I study a lot of tape too. So yeah, all I can do is keep learning and getting better.
It's true. It's showing that you're learning every time you get in there, because with the win off of Scotty Crew.
Yeah, that was awesome. So hopefully I'll get another one here soon. We'll see.
But especially with Chris Charters, I find with him, he really leaves a physical mark.
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
On you.
Yeah.
And on a lot of other wrestlers too. So it's nothing. But speaking of physical marks,
right.
I've noticed a couple on you. Your chest.
I noticed there's quite a large scar there.
Yeah.
Is that from an injury, or is that?
So I was wondering when someone was going to bring that up, actually. There's been a couple of people asking me behind the scenes, but thank you for asking. So, no, that is actually something that I was born, not with a scar, but I was born with 15 holes in my back. And I needed 3 open heart surgeries. They were all within a week's time, but there was a very, very slim chance that I'd survive. And, anyway, I did pull through. Obviously, I'm here now. I still have what's called a VSD, ventricular septal disorder. Or, sorry, not disorder. Defect. Yes, you did your research. Thank you. Sorry, a little emotional talking about it. It's been a while since I've had to talk about anything like this. So as a young person, I was kind of held back from a lot of sports and physical activity and stuff like that. I think my mom in particular was very cautious with me. I can only imagine being a parent going through something like that. So she didn't want to lose me. Anyway, as I got older, I did get into more sports. I got played a little bit of hockey and stuff, but only for a couple of years. But the one thing I've always loved since I was a kid, that was wrestling. It brought me out of a lot of hard times, but it never seemed like something that would be realistic for me to ever do, based on my heart and my size. I've always been a smaller guy, you know. I've only recently put on a little bit of weight in the last few years.
Well, I did actually speak with your mother about your
Oh, did you?
Yes. She's,
Well, the thing is, with your mother, there was always someone that I noticed was always around, you know.
At the shows.
Like,
Oh, it'll be her.
and it was just, I mean, you're a newcomer. So it's kind of interesting when you look out into the crowd and you're seeing someone following you. So I wanted to talk to her.
Okay.
And
so I asked her about, you know, when you were a little boy.
Oh, okay.
And she told me a little bit about it. She
Yep.
said, this was about, you know, when you went to the IWK.
Oh, yeah.
And you weren't even 2 years old.
Yeah.
we flew into the IWK in January, what was supposed to be a short trip that turned into a long stay.
When they opened him up, they discovered multiple holes. He had 3 open heart surgeries in 6 days. Above his bed in the ICU, I taped a photo of him above his bed with his fists up.
My family believed in prayer, and there were lots of going up for him. He stayed pretty small until he was in his 20s. Now, look at him. It still wells me up when I think about it.
I'm so proud of him. But yes, I am definitely scared at times about his wrestling.
But I always will support him. And she shared with me this photo of you in the hospital with all
It's true, we barely see you.
but I can tell you that your mom.
She certainly is proud of things that you've accomplished so far, and we're just in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I've talked about any of this. CCW has been amazing to me, letting me live out this childhood dream, something that I never thought would be able to happen for me, right? I'm blessed to be here in this spot, and I mean, fan support has been unreal since I made my debut. Yeah, it's good. It's nice to get my story out there, because I was wondering when someone was gonna want to, you know, question me on that, right? But you know, as my mom said, you know, I've been a fighter since day one, and now I'm still fighting in the ring now, though.
So she did mention, though, that your late Uncle Mike was an inspiration for her as, you know, going into wrestling.
Yeah.
About him and maybe about, you know, how Spike.
Uncle Spike. Uncle Spike, we called him. Larger than life figure, you know, he was just big, built like the guy could have been a wrestler himself. I don't know why he never joined, but he was kind of like a father figure to me growing up. Very intimidating figure when I was younger, but as I got older, we got closer and closer over time. And one of our biggest bonds was wrestling, actually. He loved it, and I mean, I remember going over to his house to watch pay-per-views, and I mean, every family gathering we'd be talking about, oh, did you see what happened on such and such a, you know, wrestling show, right? And yeah, it was pretty special to me. But he suddenly passed away from a heart attack out of nowhere at the age of 60 back in 2017. And, you know, I kind of went on a little bit of a downward spiral from that. But you know, me getting in the ring and doing this, I feel him with me when I'm in there, right? Like I'm kind of paying homage to him. Like I said, we used to call him Uncle Spike. So I wanted to take a little bit of him and the bond that we had and bring it in there with me every show. So that's why they call me Spike Estey. So yeah, and I mean I've had great support from my family. His wife actually was there for my first ever win. So you know, I know he couldn't be there, but it was special that she was able to be in attendance. So yeah, that was Uncle Mike or Uncle Spike. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. I find it, you know, when I think about you, you know, you really do kind of represent your family in the ring. I mean, even on your T-shirt, it's a heart with a spike through it. I mean, you lost your Uncle Spike to heart disease, and you yourself, you almost lost your life numerous times, you know, to heart issues, and here you are, you're just taking that spike of life and just putting it right through.
Well, you know, like, I don't know how long this journey's gonna go on for, right? You know, it could end all tomorrow, but you know, I'm happy with what I've been able to do this far, and hopefully it goes on for years to come. And like I say, I'm striving for the top spot. It'll take time to get there, I'm sure, but yeah, no, I just want to say, like, since we're talking about, you know, the heart condition and me being a smaller guy, all this stuff, this just shows, especially to those kids out there, like, anybody, if you set your mind to it, if you set your heart to it, anybody can do this. You can follow your dreams, and you never know what will happen someday, right? I never expected to be doing this. I mean, I'm not 19, 20 anymore either, you know, I'm 32, I know. I'm not old by any means, but you know, I'm a little later to the wrestling business, where a lot of guys start at a younger age, but so yeah, if you just follow your dreams, I mean, hey, you never know what can happen. I'm living out my childhood dream right now. I'm having an absolute blast doing it. It's the best time of my life.
I heard that you might be having a little bit of a big change in your life coming up in the winter.
Oh yeah, yes, you're absolutely right. My wife and I are having our first child, and that's we're very excited. December, we're doing December, and you know, when I told her, going back to me saying I don't know how long it's gonna last, if I can just get in there one time when she's old enough to know what's going on, of course, and to see me wrestle, like, that would be the icing on the cake in this whole journey. So yeah, we're very excited, and I can't wait to see her at shows in the near future.
So what would going even further beyond that, the dream even bigger, how would you feel in, say, 15, 14, 12 years? Your little girl Spike comes to you and says,
Spikeette.
Spikeette, yes, she says,
Dad, I want to be in there too. I want to do this too.
I mean, this will be my first child, so I don't know what to expect, but whatever she wants to do, you know, I'll be there to support her. I know she'll be in good hands if she does decide to go down the road, and I will fully support her 100% of the way. So that would be awesome. That would be awesome to start a family tradition, you know, getting in the ring.
Because that's one thing I've noticed about CCW, is that it definitely does, you know, it is a family business. You know,
Yep.
you see the kids of the wrestlers that are there.
Yep.
You see, you know, everybody that's involved.
You're just helping out.
They want to be there instead of being at the mall with their friends.
so we're at home playing video games, they're wrestling.
Yeah, I couldn't be in a better place. Genuinely, like, I'm very thankful for everybody involved that allowed me to get in here and live out this dream. So yeah, no, if that does come a thing down the road, then I'd be more than happy to help her out, and I know where to send her if that ever comes.
Yes, you know who plays for her.
Yeah, the best.
That's good
Good to know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, Spike, it's been great talking to you.
You as well.
I appreciate this, and I know.
Ask the tough questions.
Oh, I have to. We gotta get in there. We gotta get to know the real you. You know, we wanna know who we're cheering for up there. It matters.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll be at the next one. And, I don't know who I'm facing yet, but as I do every time, I'm gonna give my very best out there and hopefully come up with a W.
Well, thank you
Thank you for
very
doing
much.
this. I really appreciate it. All right, take care now.